Hi there. This is the recap, a weekly reflection of training and still becoming. That's what this channel's about, just still becoming. My name's Bobby. For those of you that haven't met me, I have a podcast called Still Becoming. That's sort of just an inner monologue reflection that I post out there, hoping to just kind of help anyone that may be trying to follow their own passion, especially beyond 40. This is the recap of something I'm introducing that's just once a week. The recap is going to basically be just about training, how it felt, not how it looked. This is documentation, not performance. If one person watches, cool. Just about kind of making things seem a little more available for anyone that's looking to kind of just get into something and follow their passion. I come at it from a running standpoint, but you may not be coming at it from a running standpoint. You might be coming at it from maybe you're getting into drama and the performing arts. You're learning dance. My wife's a dancer. She loves salsa, bachata, and she participates herself. And occasionally you might see her on one of my podcast episodes. But in the meantime, I'm about to turn 40 this year. And so, this is just kind of a weekly reflection I'll be doing about the same time every Sunday, and just let you know how my training's going. I do have a marathon I'm building up for currently right now. But even after that, I'm just going to be letting people know, hey, this is kind of 40 and beyond. Even somebody that might be in their 30s, and you're just struggling to kind of, hit the pavement or, find your groove. And just remember, not every day is going to be green, and that's okay. Some days will just be more quiet. And so, to sort of start this this YouTube channel out, this week, you know, training felt to me, collectively, training just felt meh. And that was part of it was coming off a cold the week before. But, it just felt meh, and that's okay. But this was not one of my favorite weeks, and I would definitely say it wasn't one of my favorite weeks just because, it's coming off a cold, trying to get the body back into routine. And I would say by Friday, I got my chance to do a good fast workout. And typically most of the other days, I'm either doing a little bit of a walk or doing some kind of run, keeping my heart rate fairly just at a nice conversational pace and fairly just easing into it, getting ready to do a bit of a harder day. And so, today was my long run, just didn't pan out what I wanted it to be. And so, I'm okay with that. Again, this is about not changing anything, but just simply showing consistency. And, one thing I will say that felt steady, meaningful, and honest was the fact that I stayed with it this week, especially today when I was just done. Life called after my long run, and my wife and I had to replace our washer and dryer, and we had to carry it from up our stairs and downstairs, both units, the old ones and the new ones. And so that was even more taxing after I had done an 18-mile run, 2 hours this morning with a couple 2-mile surges in between that just didn't go well. Mentally, it's like, cool, that's done. Just get on with it. And I think I would say that was probably the mental and physical culmination of the whole week, just learning how to get my body back to things and do your training or follow your passion and life, boom, there's life right around it. So, you know, um, not planning on fixing any of it and thinking about it and like, I should do better, like, especially tomorrow. I'm not thinking going into the next week after having such a hard day to day with life and my workout. I need to go hard tomorrow because today was not the standard I needed and this week was mess. So we got to turn it up a notch. No, that's not what you need to be doing. That's not what, any of this. I don't want to push myself hard next week. No, we just get back on it. And, once I start getting a little bit more of the red days where they're just not going too well, then you got to change things, either back off or rechange and assess. That's kind of what I would end up doing. But right now, still goes to plan. I have a few more weeks left and there's not much I can do now. Most of it's just maintain. And so I invite you, if you're, wanting to add how your workouts were this week or just kind of how your performances went this week, leave a comment, share it. Somebody else might be going through the same thing. And that's what it is, just about helping other people kind of see that, hey, I'm nobody special. And, my workouts, especially if you want to follow on Instagram and YouTube. On Instagram at 26, at Still Becoming 26. That's the page where listen all my workouts and reels. And I have a podcast that comes out every Wednesday at 7 in the morning on Spotify, Apple, Amazon Music, and YouTube Music. So I hope you'll join me and come on in and reflect on your week. And so I just want to tip my hat if you made it through this week. And Monday's a new start to the week, and let's get some more green boxes. Yeah. All right. I'll talk to you guys next week.